everybody, this is Alex from Melco, and today I'm going to show you how to make patches with an embroidered background on your Melco SUMMIT machine. First, let's go over our design. Here you'll see that I've got a few complex fills just making up my background. But on this last one for the green, I've applied my, let me pull that up, my random edge effect. I've increased that to 10%. That just gives it a nice grassy texture here on the top. Next, we've got our baseball bats. As you can see, I've chopped them up into a couple pieces just to save on stitches, but also prevent there being a bulge in the center of the ball. Next, our ball is just a fill stitch with a satin border. That's a single line center on the border. And these stitches are actually two decorative walk stitches that are the chain stitch pattern to give it that nice stitched texture. Then we've got our text, which you'll see in my properties here. I've changed the line type to envelope, and I've used the bridge top preset just to give it that nice arch. I moved the points around a little bit to better fill out the space. And then after that, we've got our border, just so I know where to cut, then our tack down stitch, and then our decorative border. Now that we've got our design loaded on the machine, go ahead and put my hoop on there. I've just got a piece of twill and 2 layers of cutaway hooped up. So I will get this on the machine. Now in my color sequence, I've set the colors as normal, but after my border, I've added a pause. That way it'll stop the machine so I can take the hoop off and cut it to shape. Then I've got my locator stitch, which will be sewn on my badge master. Then another pause, and then our last color block is our tack down stitch and our decorative border. Now that we've set the color sequence, I can go ahead and start the machine. Now that the patch is done sewing out, go ahead and take that hoop off the machine. And now I've got another hoop with 2 layers of Modula's Badge Master. I like to use 2 layers just for some extra stability. So I'll throw that on there and sew our locator stitch. Now I'll just cut my patch out of the twill. And now that that has been cut to shape, I'll grab my badge master. I'll put a bit of spray adhesive on the back of this patch and line it up with the locator stitch. Now that I've got my badge master on the machine, I'll go ahead and run the tack down stitch. Take the hoop off the machine. Here's the finished product. Now that the patch is done, I'll go ahead and rip this out. Just kind of want to punch it out of the plastic there. I'll take a heat gun to the edges here just to clean them up, but otherwise, we've got a finished patch.